Hey, what's going on, guys? I know we just went live. Sorry about that stalled moment, but I'm gonna jump right into this. So today is 19 weeks down in this amazing Amazon automated business that I have bought into, and it is just really great because I was able to pay for a service that is top notch and has grown every single week. It's always grown more and more every single week and every single month. Of course, our sales from last week was like 1,200 growth. This week, since we had some of those high numbers on like the last days of the week, it bumped it down to about 600 this week. But I'm going to show you the total amount of sales from the time that I got started. I got started back in July 3rd of this year. So check this out. All right. So what that says is 147 ordered items, units ordered with 168, right? So what that means is I had 147 items go through. 168 items have been ordered, and there's been, about 21 of them that were returned. The total amount of sales, like dollar value, is $7,511.82. And the average sales per order item is $51.10. And so it's just been growing very, very steady. I'm going to jump onto the other app and show you the 30-day results. So for the last 30 days, here are the results. So that is $4,224, right? Zero sales today. So we haven't really gotten a lot of sales today, but we anticipate throughout this next week, we're going to get a good amount of sales. And then coming up to Black Friday next week, there will be even more sales on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So not this week, but the week after that, there should be a lot of sales coming through because more eyes are on, the e-commerce space when it comes to Black Friday. A lot of people don't want to go and necessarily go out and wait to get a discount. They would rather just shop online and then have that be the way that they're shopping for Christmas presents and or holiday presents, whatever you want to call it, whatever you celebrate. But anyways, so with this, I just want to tell you why this is so huge. The past 30 days, I've grown 204%. Um, you know, Altogether, the last 30 days, I've had $4,024 in sales. Altogether, I've had $7,511. So if you look at that, you can tell the difference that the first month it was about, what is it, 800 bucks, 500 to 800 bucks. Second month was about 1,200. Third, well, no, it was about 900 again for the second month. The third month was about 1,200. The fourth month was roughly 4,000 to 4,200. So as you can see, it's progressing a lot faster since I've been past those 90 days. The first 90 days are your probationary period. So, it's just that testing time that Amazon sees. Are you going to deliver to your customers? Are you going to have good customer service? If you do get items returned, is it going to be too high for us to let you sell on our platform? And so the biggest thing I wanted to talk about today and tonight is that, the automation services that you can choose from, there are so many that you can choose from, right? But the biggest thing that you want to consider when choosing a automation service is to make sure that you have a service that is trusted. Um, with our service, of course, it's trusted. There's about 500 stores that have been able to get really good results. Right now, they're in the process of just getting all the numbers situated so that when we go to a different financial place to get like funding as our proprietary funding option for the US, that we have the statistics to show that 90-95% of people who get in will start making that within 6 to 9 months. And so that is just the biggest thing right now. um, but why I appreciate being a part of this amazing Amazon automated service is that it gives me time freedom. Right now, I'm still in the military. I have about 7 more months left. And once I get out, I will already have a business that is pumping out 100,000 per month consecutively. And what that means for me is that I will be able to make anywhere from seven to $14,000 in 1 month. And so that's very lucrative because I'm paying a team to do it all for me. My taxes are being done. Um, I'm getting this extra software that most people don't have, and what it does is it looks at your store, and then it looks at what's being sold on Amazon, and then it finds you which, like, what are the best products to have from your vendor to make the best profit margins that are already selling. So that's very huge. It just came out this last week, and on top of that, they are also offering with that same service the ability to be able to just have that same system track what items are out of stock through your vendor company so that you're not adding on a bunch of products that are never going to sell or that are out of stock currently, so it's just very lucrative because if a price changes in your store, the software will actually raise the price or to make the profit margin stay the same, keep you at 10% so that you never drop below that. The other good thing that I just really enjoy about this service that I paid for is that there are so many other companies out there. But for me, I've had a lot of problems with my store. I've literally had problem after problem after problem, people not adding items to my store as consistently as I would like or as I would think it needs to be added. And then I reach out to them. They're like, hey, this is what's going on. This is why it's going on. We're just making sure, one, you're not scaling too fast because you only have so much funds available, or two, that you aren't scaling too fast because your store is still potentially at risk during the holiday season, during quarter 4, which is the biggest quarter for any seller on Amazon. So they explain everything and why they're doing what they're doing so that your store, your investment, the money that you put down, that is your hard earned money, is going to continue to make you money on top of it for years and years to come. When you compare this to other services, other automation services, there's really no track record. You're giving someone money that you may not get back, or your store may shut down and you may not be able to make, at least the bare minimum, which is paying off your investment. You may not make any profit margins. And so that's scary with getting into investments. But if you have a service that is going to mitigate those things, I encourage you to go with them. Definitely make sure that you are able to reach out to their customer service support and that they are going to reach back to you and tell you what's going on. If you have that, then your store is going to thrive. Now, when it comes to profit margins, if you're making 10 to 20% profit margins and you have to pay a recurring fee every single year. So let's say I make 60,000 this year, but I paid 30,000 to get started, right? 30,000 to get started, 60,000 is what I made. I make 30,000 profit. What if that company charges me another 10 to 15,000 the next year? Now that cuts away from the 30,000 I made and I only make 15,000. So my store would have to produce, close to 100,000 or whatever the next year for me to even make anywhere from 80 to 100,000. Where if you pay a one-time investment, you get 60,000 the first year, then maybe 100,000 the next year. And then after that, you could scale it up more and more. Your team's going to do that. They're not going to stop because they make a commission off of the net profit margins. So if you make 10,000, if you bring in 10% profit margins, make $10,000, they're going to get 3,000. If they make you $20,000, they're going to get 6,000. So it makes more sense for your team to build it as high as it can possibly go because they are getting paid based upon your store's performance. It makes them feel part of the team, and it really makes a big difference on what they're going to do to scale your store. They're not going to stop. They're not going to get stagnant because if they want to make more income, they're going to grow your store even higher. And so that is just why I'm super excited about this automated Amazon service. And like literally, guys, I'm telling you right now, this right now is just the brink of where it's going to jump up in like 10x within the next 3 to 4 months. So it's just very important to know that if you're going into e-commerce, one, it's going to be challenging because you got to manage customer orders, you got to manage returns, you got to have enough funding to grow a business high enough, right? With this automation service, you start off with what you start off, and then throughout the months, they're going to try to get you to 2000, 2000, 2000 for 3 months. And then you can use payability to get you up to 100,000 a month. Once you don't need that service anymore, you can cancel the service. Now you aren't paying a third party company to give you all the funding, right? What are you doing? You're just using them to scale up. Then you're getting either credit cards, line of credit, or something through your bank because you're already proven that you have a business pumping out so much money every single year. And that's why I'm just super excited, because your team, the customer service, the back end little things that help out with taxes, instead of paying every county in California, which is like 380 counties, right? Instead of paying each one, whatever you owe them in taxes, which is ridiculous. It takes hours and hours of time. And if you have, your reseller license in Texas and California and Nevada and all these different places, you could potentially make more money because you're not paying sales tax, but it's also going to hurt you because you're going to waste a lot of your time. If you want a truly automated service, I encourage you to reach out to me, comment, show me down below, and I will reach out to you. I can jump on a phone call. I can jump on a video call and we can chat. It would be like super exciting to just go over a little details with you. But the biggest thing that you have to look at is, am I going with a service that is going to last a long time, or am I going with a service that's going to get me a good amount of money quick, but may not last me longer than a year or two, because that company may get shut down due to whatever policies, due to whatever's going on in the back end. They're not ready to scale and bring on more customers at that time. So I say all this because with the service I bought into, I don't know how long it's going to be out there. It may be out there for 1 more month. It may be out there for 2 more months. It may be out there for 6 more months. I don't know. But eventually the doors are going to be closed, and you don't want to miss out on something that could drastically change your life. So reach out to me. I'm just going to go over these last few things. The amount of items that I have, total inventory items, 143. Okay. Which is like one more than it was last week, which is fine because I've been doing a lot of sales. Any more items, I'm probably not going to be able to fulfill the orders, which my team knows. And so they adjust properly, so that is the biggest thing I'm grateful for. But the active items that I have right now is 101 items. We've been selling out of items left and right. If like 20 of the items were still there, we'd be a lot higher, but it's a good thing that I'm selling out because that means I am getting sales. So guys, I hope this helps. I hope this gives you a little bit more information on what I do and how my automation store has scaled, and why it is important to choose the correct automated service, because it will last a lifetime, or at least 5 years to 10 years, and not just 6 months. All right, guys. Well, as always, let's go out there. Let's revive our lives together. Let's get it done. And until the next video, have a good one.